check out our shirt on Tespring.
Hey folks, what's going on? Little World, Little Curious, Not to Nosy. Today I'm talking about a subject. On the future, I'm going to do these kind of videos of the QAnon thing and how stupid they are and how ridiculous they are and really spurious. I've always been curious about spurious, but I never take the level some of these fools do take it. And one of it is about the whole Pizzagate thing and how stupid and ridiculous this was. This thing started around the presidential election in 2016. And some reason they choose some random DC pizza joint and say they were harboring pedophiles and kidnapping kids and put in the basement. It kind of reminds me the Pee Wee Herman adventures of him looking for his bike and he has to go to the automobile basement to get his bike back.
Where's the basement?
Excuse me?
Aren't we going to see the basement?
There's no basement at the Alamo.
So to try to make a long story short, apparently somebody hacked into Hillary Clinton's email. They coded some messages, something about, pizza, children, blah, blah, blah. But everybody knows that pizza places where kids have, pizza, cheap frills, and all that fun stuff. For some reason, there's like some kind of ridiculous link of some kind of pedophile thing in a basement in a DC pizza joint. And of course, 4chan got in there, everybody started adding their own, misleading ideals towards it. And one day, some guy showed up with a gun, and here what happens.
An issue that has received a lot of real coverage recently is all the fake news currently popping up on social media. And now one fake story has caused real violence. A North Carolina man was arrested Sunday in Washington, D.C. after a shooting that he says was motivated by an internet conspiracy theory. He is appearing in court this afternoon. Detectives say Edgar Welch told them he drove nearly 370 miles from North Carolina to Washington to self-investigate the bizarre conspiracy theory known as Pizzagate. The false story accuses Hillary Clinton and her former campaign chairman, John Podesta, of running a child sex ring from a pizza restaurant called Comet Ping Pong.
An adult male, approximately in his late 20s, entered the Comet Pizza with an assault rifle. The folks that were in the establishment at the time immediately fled. There is some evidence that the weapon was fired inside of the location. Metropolitan Police Department arrived on the scene immediately, set up a perimeter, and were able to take him into custody safely.
The Pizzagate rumor came from fringe elements of social media and was pushed during the campaign by right-wing websites like Breitbart, which is run by key Trump advisor Steve Bannon. It has also been pushed by the son of President-elect Donald Trump's new National Security Director, Mike Flynn. On Sunday after the incident, Michael Flynn Jr. tweeted, quote, "Until Pizzagate proven to be false, it will remain a story. The claim has no basis in fact. The suspect was charged with assault with a dangerous weapon. He's making his first court appearance today. Fortunately, no one was hurt."
Over time, some news groups enjoyed this and some kind of talk about it, but I just stream as the right-wing people. Best Alex Jones, Info Rose, it's the same guy who got sued from the family from Sandy Hook, claimed it was was fake, and also him not doing his part as a journalist, figure out what's true and false, and he just does it for money. That's all it is. All it was, doesn't like the party. I'm gonna criticize the party. I went on doing my research, and here it is. And later on, Alex Jones did apologize because fear of getting sued.
Jones here with an important note to our viewing, listening, and reading audiences. I'm going to read to you from a statement that's also posted to Infowars.com that I wrote yesterday. Last fall, before the presidential election, a large number of media outlets began reporting on allegations arising from emails released by WikiLeaks that appeared to come from John Podesta, who served President Clinton and Obama and was the chairman of Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. Dozens of those stories and articles raised or discussed theories that some of Podesta's emails contained code words for human trafficking and/or pedophilia. Stories also included allegations connecting members of the Democratic Party with a number of restaurants allegedly involved with a child sex ring. These stories were cited and discussed in social media and went viral on the internet. One of the persons mentioned in many of the stories in the media was a Washington, D.C. restaurant owner named James Alefantis and his pizza restaurant, Comet Ping Pong. It is fair to say that Mr. Alefantis is a prominent individual who has been mentioned as a power player in Washington. Mr. Alefantis and his restaurant were mentioned in many stories published by a lot of different outlets. Mr. Alefantis was quoted in many subsequent stories, and he denied any involvement in such reported child sex rings. These denials were reported in the national media and many other outlets and news websites. The volume of stories was substantial, generating national headlines and came to be known across the country as Pizzagate. We at InfoWars became part of that national discussion. We broadcast commentary about the allegations and the theory that the emails contained code words. We raised questions about information in Mr. Podesta's emails and in the Comet Ping Pong restaurant. We believed at the time that further investigation was necessary. In December of 2016, we disassociated.
As a reminder, this guy also got sued for $1 billion, and he's trying to do his best not to pay it. But this guy doesn't do his research. You know, when I do my videos about these things, I wait for a year. I try to get as much I can understand what the truth is. It's not that hard, but as somebody has that many people following him and watching him, there'll be some fool that totally believe it and say, hey, this guy's speaking the truth. But at the same time, as a journalist, you have to you gotta look at different sides of it and find out it's true or false instead of pushing things. And this one thing Alex Jones is very good at is pushing things with no research or anything like that. It comes back to money. That's what it is. You know what I mean? He doesn't care what happened in every news as long as he gets the proper spurious fury going on. He'll make money off of it. And the St. Hook thing is, perfect example of his madness. And I have a family member that kind of believes in this stuff. It's kind of laughable what he says. At the same time, you try to bite your tongue and not upset him. After a while, you have to show him some kind of evidence, and what you say is kind of nonsense in a respectful, kind of family way. So it's kind of weird, this balance of trying to communicate with people about these certain things, and sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's not. But at the same time, you got to look at what their gender is. Why these right-wingers are trying to push certain things are not true. And it goes on both sides, but you have to learn, do your research and find out yourself. And you don't learn your political ideals from politicians or history politicians. So that's what they call them spin doctors. And all I have to say is just, be careful out there, be smart, be intelligent. And it's something sounds totally ridiculous and stupid. It's a good chance it is. There are people out there just going to make money and make things up. That's what they're good at. So I hope you guys have, as I say, like and subscribe, maybe do better next time.